with your thoughts, pro or con, at #UndisputedLive. Here we go. First tweet is from Bill, who says, Zach Wilson watching film on Dallas defense. Chuckles, I'm in danger. Yeah, I would say.
There y'all go.
I would hope.
But there y'all go.
What do you think, 14 sacks? We got 14
See,
in
there
us,
you
right?
go, Skip.
Okay, second tweet comes from Al, who says, Michael is acting like Gilmore is Deion in '96. Pump your brakes, bro, LOL. Calm down.
No way. No brakes pumping over here.
No, we don't pump brakes on this show. And finally, from Sherlock, who says, this is Key and Skip listening to Michael philosophizing.
You know, as Michael would say, I didn't know where I was coming from with that. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah. All right, let's get to it. Ahead of its game against Deion Sanders in Colorado Saturday, Colorado State coach Jay Norvell commented on how Coach Prime carries himself, saying, and I quote, I sat down with ESPN today, and I don't care if they hear it in Boulder. I told them I took my hat off, and I took my glasses off, and I said, when I talk to grown-ups, I take my hat and my glasses off. That's what my mother taught me. Whew. That's a shot. Michael, what do you make of those comments, please?
I think he has a beautiful mother. Appreciate his mom for teaching him manners and all of that. But Deion has a beautiful mother, too. And she told him to do you, baby. Just do you. And him doing him has worked pretty well, to be honest with you. Now, let me give you this, Skip. Key, I told them week 1 down at TCU, when we were getting ready, when Deion was getting ready to play in TCU on Big Noon kickoff, I said Deion is using a talent, and he's using it well, like Jimmy Johnson used or the Bobby Bowden. Yeah, it's that talent shoulders up. Week 1, after they won that game, all those kids stood where they said, we believe, y'all believe. Week 2, after those kids won that game, where they say, it's personal. All of those things, we believe Deion gave them week 1. It's personal. That's all he talked about week 2. He pulls out things each week, and he starts playing it with them, putting it on them early in the week. I was in that locker room when he gave that pregame speech. He walked out. It's personal. It's personal. Everybody started chanting, it's personal. The whole team is personal. And then he would say, they are challenging us at home. And the whole team would say, it's personal. I was pumped. I literally had tears coming out of my eyes. Like I can go run a route and my knee can barely walk. That's what he's playing on. Man, I'm telling you, Coach, don't give him any more fire. He already has enough, and you just gave him more. Whatever the spread is, widen it, because they're coming.
I think it's 22. Go ahead.
I know Jay Norvell very, very well.
How do you know him? Where'd you cross paths?
Just from high school, recruiting, just everything, L.A.
He's been all over.
He's been all over the place. And the thing that I dislike about what he said about Deion, and Michael alluded to this, Deion is Deion. Far too often and too many times in the coaching universe, in the coaching world, they are fake. But I'm going to say it. Fake.
No, they are.
And I wish I could say it even more bluntly than that.
Yeah.
Coaches are fake.
Agreed.
Especially college head coaches.
Especially.
Deion's not. Prime is who he is. And if that means he's going to wear glasses and a hat and his gold chains and his earring and ride on his scooter across campus, that's who he is. The kids like that. They gravitate toward that because he's authentic. He ain't going to come in your household and look at you and your family in the eyes and lie to you. This is why all these coaches got issues with him. Matt Rule said something about the TV cameras following him. Now you got Jay Norvell talking about his appearance at a press conference. It's utterly ridiculous. It really is truly ridiculous. Rather than uplift this brother and praise him for the things that he's capable of doing and changing people's lives around and giving them the hope and the belief that they can conquer their goals. You try to squash him like a roach.
And by the way, Jay Norvell is a black head coach.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's
So
another
rather
story.
than
That's
sit
another-
there and go,
right.
oh, okay, we love what Deion is doing. It's changed the whole landscape of college football. You were worried about his appearance on a television camera or the way he speaks to his team or who's following him around with TV cameras. You see what just happened to Nebraska.
Right.
Okay, when Matt Rule talked about that, he hung 36 on him.
Remember,
And was
Matt Rule
trying to
took his team out to the Buffalo logo before the game, and Shadeur went crazy
You
about it.
antagonizing this man for no reason at all.
For no reason.
This is not high school football. You're in the big leagues now. I just don't understand why Jay would do such a thing. I really don't. I just hope in 2 weeks that Lincoln Riley doesn't go up to Boulder talking crazy.
He won't.
I know he won't.
He won't.
I know he won't. I know he won't.
I was shocked by the shot that Jay Norvell took. He's been all over. He's coached pro and college football. He coached at Oklahoma for 6 years under Bob Stoops. He knows the ropes. He knows what's in bounds and what's out of bounds. Deion Sanders, to me, was the closest thing to Muhammad Ali I've ever seen in my life. And in fact, even Ali, as great as he was, as colorful and entertaining as he was, he didn't even come close to Deion's swagger, because I think Deion invented swagger. Like there wasn't that kind of swagger until he came along. He did it his way, every way possible that you could do it, all the way up. He did it the way Deion was doing it, as Michael said, the way his mama told him, you be you, you do you.
Absolutely, 100%.
So when he does his interviews, he's Coach Prime. Well, what else is he going to do? Well, he's got to come in character, right? He's got to.
He's not in character. He's him.
I mean, well, that's what I'm saying. He's got to be him. That's who he is. That's who he always is.
Look, you know this, Michael.
Key, Mike Norvell, your boy Norvell, because let's bring this up, Skip. You hit on it. These are two African-American coaches. I believe he did himself a disservice in mentioning anything, because we are still in the recruiting world. These players, African-American players, are going to say, well, I got to go, if I go over to his school, I have to conform and be who he wants me to be. If I go over there, I can be whoever I want. Now, where do you think that kid's going to go? Where do you think that kid's going to go? See, things like that you're shooting shots at Deion, you're shooting down your own school in a way that you don't even know you're doing. Stop doing that. Just my mama, since we talking about mamas, my mama used to always say, baby, when you're comparing yourself with someone else, sell your goodness. Don't talk about their badness, because if you're only selling their badness, that means you have no goodness to sell. Talk about your goodness in that moment. Don't worry about them. I'm telling Norvell, do that. Listen to my mama, not just your mama.
I just, Skip and Michael, I just feel I'm disappointed in Jay. I really am, because he knows better.
He does.
And from a recruiting standpoint, it's Colorado State, a smaller school than University of Colorado, but he makes it difficult on himself. I just don't like to see a coach in this situation, how hard it is for us as black men to get head coaching jobs as it is already.
It took him forever to get it this way.
Yes, based on who Deion is, Deion's style. There was only one athletic director that really, truly wanted him, and he got him. And that was Rick George, That was it. Now, Deion has opened up this door, and you are now putting a damper on it by bringing attention to something that has nothing to do with
absolutely
the game on Saturday.
What's the method to the madness? Because he went, Jay Norvell went 3-9 last year. Then they lost their opener 50-24 to Washington. They're 22-point dogs. And now he's given Deion personal. He's made it personal for Deion, right? Deion's going to be selling his team. This was a trap game, because nobody cares about Colorado State. It's a one-sided rivalry.
I wouldn't be shocked if Prime put his whole team in baseball caps and glasses.
I know. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if they hang 50 on them on Saturday. All right, up next, let's get back to the NBA. Keyshawn's going to love this. Will Giannis leave the Bucks for the Lakers? Here he goes again.
Let's go.